Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Nick, and welcome back to the 90s Guys Show. A few moments ago, there was calls from the YouTube headquarters in San Bruno, California, that there were shots fired. Police, EMS, and fire department have been dispatched. Don't really know what's going on. It's all over the news. Don't know if there was actual shots fired inside the building, outside. Right now, it's pure speculation. Now, there's been a rash of shootings, and, I'm not the type of person that's going to sit here and say that, I'm for, ridiculous, amounts of gun control. I believe that everybody should be able to bear arms, responsible people, and it's become commonplace that it seems like every week now there's another instance where some crazed person, not a good thing. Yeah, I know, man. I don't know what the answer is. Gun control is not the answer, in my opinion, because if you're a person that has bad intentions on doing something, you're going to get whatever you want. You're going to get a machete or a knife. And if you really want a gun to do a despicable act, you're going to get it. Gun control is not going to change a person who's wanting to cause harm from getting a weapon. It's just not going to work. So, all that does, in my opinion, is it takes the person who is responsible and is a good person their right to protect themselves. That's what I think it does. So, I don't know what California's gun laws are. I have no clue. But here in Illinois, Chicago has one of the strictest gun control laws. And if you've heard anything about Chicago or any of that area, they have one of the highest rates of people getting shot and shootings. So, this is, there's been school shootings and shootings at, public places and things like that. And it's gotten to the point where most of us don't even bat an eye anymore. Like, we see it on the news in a headline, and we're no longer shocked. So, I don't know what's going on. Like I said, they're reporting this stuff on the news. Shots were fired, and there was calls made to the 911 dispatcher in San Bruno, California. I don't know. It's hard to really say what's going on. That don't really know if it's more than one person that did this. Multiple people. Was anybody hit? I have no clue. There's, like I said, there's only speculation as of right now what's really going on. But my thoughts and prayers go to, whoever is involved with this. This is any time that there are innocent people and, going to work, going to a movie, just living their life. People should not have to live in fear of going out in public. And, people have brought up that, it's a mental health thing, that people who have mental issues are the ones getting these weapons. And it is true, yes. But at the same time, it's like, how do you screen people who, supposedly have a history of mental health issues? Do you not let somebody have a weapon because they've had depression? Do you not let somebody have a weapon because they've had post-traumatic stress disorder? Do you not let people have guns or any weapons that have, issues with bipolar, if they're bipolar? Most of the time when we find out about the gunman and any shooting, We find out that they were investigated before, having incidents of the cops being called on them, being involved in prior incidents of violence. It's not like somebody woke up one day and decided, you know, I'm gonna do this. Most of the time the person has a history of being violent towards other human beings. A lot of them do have history of mental illness, and you know, like I've said before, you can't really blame society in general, because you know, lots of people like to blame violent video games for, you know, people going out and harming someone. We grew up with violent video games. We knew not to do things like that. We knew that it was a game. We didn't, you know, harm other people. We didn't look at it and go, you know, movies, another reason, movies is another thing, that we knew that what happened on screen was a movie, and then an actor got shot, but they weren't hurt. We knew the difference between right and wrong, and we just knew, you know, we had good morality, and you know, just we were brought up better than a lot of generations so far. And it's one of those things where do you draw the line of responsibility? But, you know, hopefully we can figure out what's going on in San Bruno, California. Hopefully, you know, they've been able to figure out what exactly is going on. I hope that nobody was hurt. I remember many years ago being in school when I heard about Columbine. And I think that was the first time I'd ever really heard about shooting going on in a public place. Like I said, I don't know the laws in California for gun control and things like that. Like I said at the beginning of this, if you're going to do harm to somebody, you're going to find a weapon no matter what laws are in place. Criminals don't follow the law. I mean, the Parkland incident, so many people, well, you know, this kid had been arrested before and had had issues, and they did nothing. They did nothing about it. They just swept it under the rug. It seems like every time they catch one of these guys, there's been history of the person being involved with illegal activities. They've been involved with the law before, and no one does anything about it. They just look the other way. So, you know, it's about time somebody took responsibility for this type of stuff. But, you know, I'm not going to hop on my soapbox. I just wanted to come on here and let everybody know if you hadn't heard about what's going on. So hopefully everybody's okay. Hopefully they remedy this situation. Like this video, hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see y'all later.